To the channel, guys. I'm Jim with Doesn't Pay Full Price, and today we're going to watch a new video by Binging with Babish. So if you've ever wondered how much it costs to make one of his recipes at home, that's what we're going to figure out together today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It is unlimited access to a ton of good food content, including recipes, food reviews, travel vlogs, and a bunch of other stuff. Also, consider hitting the like button before we get started. It helps these videos get seen a lot more, and you can leave here knowing that you did something good for somebody else already today. With that being said, let's get into the video.
Oh, so hard to resist mesquite grilled onions.
You had to do it. We were just in Albuquerque and we just watched this Simpsons episode like a week ago, and you knew I wanted to make this. All right, hopefully it's good.
Jalapeno relish. Wait a minute, those are Southwestern ingredients. Mango lime salsa? That's the kind of bold flavor they enjoy in Albuquerque!
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish, where this week I'm betting you're guessing that I got these hot dogs on ButcherBox. Nope, but I did make them.
What? Okay, so you know he didn't pay for any of this, but still, who at home is gonna make hot dogs with 4 1-inch thick ribeye steaks? These have to be, if I bought them at the cheap grocery store, these are $10 to $15 a pound. If you bought these anywhere else, like Whole Foods or something, they're $20+ a pound. Each one's probably a pound to a pound and a half. So that's 20, 40, let's call it $80 in steak alone. But like maybe he's making 60 hot dogs, I don't know.
I got 4 lovely ribeyes here that I'm going to cut into 1-inch cubes, and 4 strips of bacon. That's right, we're making beef.
4 strips of bacon, let's assume it's good quality bacon, $7, $8 a pound. So we'll call it like another $3, $4 in bacon. Add that to the counter.
And bacon dogs, both of which we're going to subject to the freezer along with our meat grinder for about 15-20 minutes before commencing to grinding on the largest plate.
I do love the KitchenAid meat grinder. I just used it like 2 days ago to make ground chicken for chicken meatballs. If you have a stand mixer, that's a good buy. That's a good like $50 attachment, but it's worth it.
Keeping everything cold prevents smearing and other general forms of grossness. Once all the meat has been ground, we're going to toss it together with our spice and cure mixture. Into a separate bowl, I'm combining 18 grams of kosher salt, 6 grams garlic powder, 4 grams onion powder, 4 grams white pepper, 10 grams paprika, and 1.5 grams of pink curing salt.
Let's call it $1 for all the spices.
Go ahead and tiny whisk that together until all the spices are evenly distributed. Add it to the meat and toss to combine. Bear in mind this spice mixture is for 1 kilogram of beef and 100 grams of bacon.
What's 1.1 kilograms? That's not gonna make a lot of hot dogs. I'm starting to get a little worried about this one.
Sausage stuffing time. I have here a length of natural sheep casing that is going to give our hot dogs a snappy bite.
So the tough thing I found about casing is like you have to buy a lot of it. Unless you have like a hookup at the local grocery store or something, they'll give you just a little bit. It's not necessarily expensive. Let's throw another $2 to the total.
Stuffing sausage by yourself is an annoying process because you have to both load the farce into the grinder and guide the casing off of the machine. So hopefully next time ordinary sausage will come through and give me some help. And then it's time to start twisting into individual links, which you want to do alternating directions each link. This prevents the sausages from unraveling when it comes time to cook them, which it is now. Then these guys are headed out onto the smoker, which I have set to 175 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm using mesquite wood pellets for the sake of our onions later on, and so we can get that nice Albuquerque flavor in our hot dogs. Arrange them into a perfect circle.
6? This made 6 hot dogs. $80 worth of steak to make 6 hot dogs. Come on, man. Who's making? No one in their right mind would make this at home.
If you feel like it, shut it down and let them smoke for 1 hour, or until they register 150 degrees Fahrenheit at their thickest point. Now on to the plethora of condiments that adorn this dog. First up, jalapeno relish. I got about 8 de-seeded, deveined, and de-stemmed jalapenos, and 2 large cloves of garlic. Add the penos and then process until it has a relish-like consistency.
8 jalapenos is probably like $1, and 2 cloves of garlic, maybe 10 cents. Add it to the total.
Then to sort of quick pickle these guys, I've got equal parts vinegar and water, about a half cup each, a tablespoon of kosher salt, and a 1/4 cup of sugar, all of which I'm going to tiny whisk together and bring to a boil before pouring over our jalapeno garlic mixture.
All that stuff's super cheap. So like that would be another 30 cents.
Which I'm going to let cool completely about 1 hour before draining off excess liquid and refrigerating. Next up on the hit list, a mango salsa, for which, it comes as no surprise, we're going to need some mangoes.
2 mangoes, call it $2.
I have a small red onion here that I'm going to finely chop and add to the party,
50 cents.
along with 1 small lime cut in half and juiced by hand. And because I care more about accuracy to southwestern flavors than my own taste buds, a little bit of chopped cilantro, a generous sprinkle of kosher salt, and a few twists of freshly ground black pepper. Go ahead and mix that together and you got yourself 1 mango salsa.
Lime is another 50 cents. Cilantro, you're looking at probably like 20 cents, 10 cents, something like that. Not much.
Mesquite grilled onions. This is probably most easily achieved by throwing some mesquite chips on a charcoal grill, but I don't have that, so onto the smoker it goes, this time cranked up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit for searing. Once we've logged a few minutes on there and we got some nice char marks, it's time to chop these guys up and assemble.
So that's another like 50 cents for another onion.
If you want to see how to make your own hot dog buns, click the link in the upper right hand corner right now.
All right, so if you make your own buns, they typically come out to be like 30, 40 cents each, maybe even cheaper. I'm assuming he made some buns or got some artisanal buns. So let's throw another 50 cents on the total.
Stuff a freshly charred hot dog into the bun and arrange the condiments in the strange orientation that we find them in on The Simpsons, that is, next to each other rather than concurrently. Kind of an interesting idea, actually, so you get different flavors as you eat the hot dog.
It is kind of weird that they did it that way, but I totally get like the visual appeal. Also, mesquite grilled onions you could just put into either one of the salsas and it would be just as good. But I do like the look of it.
But how does it work in practice? Only one way to find out. And between the delicious homemade hot dog and the creative, flavorful toppings, this is genuinely one of the best hot dogs I've ever had in my life.
It should be. It's like $15 for a hot dog.
If it were on a plate, it would legally be in the Clean Plate Club.
He just wolfed down an entire ribeye steak, pretty much. It reminds me of that Simpsons episode where at the Power Sauce bar, where Homer takes an entire plate of spaghetti and meatballs and condenses it down to a bar form. That's what this is, except it's like the most expensive pasta you could think of. So typical restaurant food costs run about 20 to 30%. Rule of thumb is you take what it costs you to make, times it by 3, and that's the price that it's going to be on the menu. So if this hot dog was at the ballpark, or any restaurant for that matter, it would cost $45 on the menu. That one, I really hope you didn't try to make this at home. Ribeye is, in my opinion, one of the best steak cuts. It is utter sacrilege to turn that into a hot dog. Okay, so here's the deal. If this video gets 25 likes in the next week, I will make my own, much more realistic version of the isotope dog. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've never done a reaction video before, so I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments if you do or you don't, and if there's other videos I should react to, send them my way. Hit me up on Instagram at doesn't pay full price, and I will see you next time.